Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. As Jerry Maguire would say, show me the money. What a classic movie. Tom Cruise, Cuba Gooding Jr., sports agent. Oh, cult classic, folks, cult classic. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend. Natasha Cloud sees Kathy Engelbert in the crowd during an unrivaled game. And at the post game, she does her best Jerry Maguire impersonation. Hey, Kathy, show me the money. Show me the money, please. Natasha Cloud, in her post game interview, calls out the pay, calls out Kathy Engelbert, and says what an amazing job Unrivaled is doing, how they've taken all of the cash that has been injected into the league by investors, how they only need to focus on a single location, 36 players, that's it. And she takes this as the opportunity to say, Kathy, can you up the pay a little bit? Let's take a listen.
We want our money on and we want it now. That is first and foremost. And just ultimate investment. I think we've done a really good job over the last few years, and especially over my tenure of a 10-year career in the W. We've grown so much, but there's so much room left to grow. And obviously, you guys see us expanding, but also just prioritizing players. I think we do a really good job here at Unrivaled of prioritizing players and making it a players' league. And if we're not happy with something, I know I can go right to Claire myself. I don't have to go through an assistant or around people. Like, she pops her head in just to say happy birthday to me. Like, all those things really matter when you're trying to get a business to continue to grow and people to want to be passionate about it and want to help it grow. So I think Unrivaled, again, is just doing a good job of setting a precedence for all leagues across the board to really talk that talk and walk that walk.
Show me the money, Kathy Engelbert. Unrivaled not only is talking that talk, but walking that walk. I'd hope Unrivaled can meet your needs. Right, folks, correct me if I'm wrong. It's easier to satisfy 36 people than it is to satisfy 156 people. Am I fair to say that? Am I fair to say it's easier to appease 20 people than it is to appease 100 people? So I would hope that Unrivaled, with the limited amount of people that they need to cater to, and the monstrous injection of funds that they've seen in that league, that they just can't get, that they couldn't get that part right. That was the easiest layup of this whole entire ordeal. It is founded and owned by WNBA players. If anybody knows what they want in locker rooms, before games, amenities, etc., it would be the WNBA players. If anybody's not aware of what draws money, of what revenue means, of what no eyeballs have been on this league in the last 20 years, there's no money to give you, it would be WNBA players. Invest in what? I'm already losing $50 million a year. Now I need to drop $100 million on a new practice. Let me know. I'm already losing $50 million a year, and now I need to invest in a new stadium. Let me know. But it tickles my heart. It makes me melt when I see some of the older guys that I used to watch on ESPN, that ESPN said, bye-bye. You're not following the rules? Bye-bye. Some of those guys, and I see what they're doing on YouTube. And it was very nice when Dan Dakich earlier today gives his response to Natasha Cloud ask for more money. Dan Dakich does not pull any punches. Dan Dakich, pretty sure he's based out in Indiana. Dan Dakich, he's had Lynn Dunn on his radio show numerous times. Dan Dakich, he is very tapped in to what's been going on in the WNBA once Caitlin Clark made her arrival. So let's hear what Dan Dakich had to say about this.
Dumb. The dumb just keeps coming after playing in the Unrivaled League with WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert in attendance. Natasha Cloud is not even the best player on her own team. And she's kind of an idiot.
Ooh.
She issued her demand, Natasha did. Natasha is demanding. Let that sink in for a minute. Someone named Natasha Cloud is demanding. Listen, that the league start paying players more. And instead of saying money, Cloud referred to it as munyan because she's an unserious person. And they said here with bad pronunciation skills, that just might be some Urban Dictionary thing, or that might must be some slang from somewhere. I don't know. Used to call it moolah. No, just because I call it moolah doesn't mean that I have bad pronunciation skills, but I don't know. I'll tell you this. If I were Kathy Engelbert, I'd sit these idiots down and go, look, fools, you continue to be stupid. Look, fools, you lost $50 million last year. You're making $80,000. Go try to make $80,000 selling your ass somewhere. Because that's, what are you going to do? Go try being on TV, see if anybody will pay you. Go start a podcast. Go start something. There's only very few of you. And Natasha Cloud, you ain't one. Go sit in a cubicle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just stupid. You know, you lost $50,000 or $50 million. $50 million is what you lost, and you've lost it every single year. Now, I get it. Public pressure dictates that we're all supposed to bend over and go, yay, Ra, yay, the girls, yay. Get them private jets, even though we lost $50 million. See, something is never enough. You can use that if you'd like.
Something is never enough. And that's where I'm going to, you know what this kind of reminds me of? This reminds me a little bit of Keeping Up with the Joneses. And let me explain, right? You can be trying to keep up with your neighbors, trying to do that so much, you lose sight of what you actually have in your own home, right? You spend so much time paying attention to everybody else, you lose sight of what you actually have, right? WNBA players are too busy worried about what the NBA's got, too busy worried about what the NBA players make, too busy worried about how the NBA covers, that they lose sight of what they have, how they can change the narrative, how they can change the coverage, how they can influence public perception. They'd rather not. They'd rather not take that accountability. They'd rather point the finger at everybody else. As more skillful players come into this league, I'm sure the entertainment value will increase. But is there going to be enough players in this league to justify some of the salaries that these players are going to be wanting next year? No. There's only been 1 year of a large influx, of a large boom. It doesn't turn around like that. It's going to be very interesting to see how these CBA negotiations go down when the WNBA players start asking for minimum salaries of $1 million for veterans, $750,000 minimum if you've been in the league for 5 or more years. Demands like that are coming, and I'm not sure if those demands are going to be met. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all the support. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. We'll see you next time, and as always, take it easy.